There is a Social Security proposal getting renewed attention right now that could add up to about $1,800 more per year for certain beneficiaries. That breaks down to roughly $150 per month. And I want to be very clear from the start. This is not a guarantee. This is not law yet. But it is an important proposal that a lot of people are asking about, and it deserves a calm, honest explanation. If you rely on Social Security or expect to in the future, this conversation matters. Not because something has already changed, but because discussions happening now can shape what benefits look like down the road. So today, I want to take my time. I want to explain what the SAFE Act is, how the $1,800 figure is calculated, who this proposal is meant to help, and what this realistically means for you. No hype, no scare tactics, no false promises, just a clear walkthrough, step by step. Let's start with the number that keeps showing up in headlines, $1,800 per year. For someone living on a fixed income, that number matters. It might cover several months of groceries, it might help with rising utility bills, it might ease the cost of prescriptions or transportation. For many retirees, an extra $150 per month could mean the difference between feeling stretched and feeling a little more stable. But it's important to understand what that number represents. The $1,800 figure is an estimate based on proposed changes in the SAFE Act. It does not mean everyone automatically gets that amount. It does not mean it starts tomorrow. And it does not mean it is guaranteed. It represents what certain qualifying beneficiaries could see if the proposal were enacted. Now let's talk about what the SAFE Act actually is. The SAFE Act is a proposed piece of Social Security legislation focused on benefit adequacy. In simple terms, benefit adequacy means whether Social Security benefits are actually enough to help people live with dignity after decades of work. Many lawmakers agree that while Social Security was never meant to be someone's only income, the reality is that for millions of people, it is exactly that. Some retirees rely on Social Security for most of their income. Others rely on it entirely. The SAFE Act is designed to address that gap. It looks at ways to strengthen benefits for people who worked for many years but still receive relatively modest monthly checks. That includes people who worked in lower-paying jobs, caregivers, people with interrupted work histories, and others whose lifetime earnings resulted in smaller benefits. The proposal includes changes that, when combined, could increase monthly benefits by about $150 for certain recipients. That's where the $1,800 annual number comes from. Now let's talk about who this proposal is aimed at. The SAFE Act is not a universal increase. It is targeted. That means eligibility matters. Some beneficiaries could see the full increase, others might see a smaller increase, and some may not qualify at all. The proposal focuses on people who are more financially vulnerable in retirement, people who depend heavily on Social Security, people whose benefits have been eroded by rising costs over time. This targeting is intentional. Lawmakers proposing the SAFE Act are trying to direct resources where they believe they are needed most. Now let's talk about why proposals like this exist at all. The cost of living has changed dramatically over the past several decades. Housing costs are higher, healthcare costs are higher, food costs are higher, utilities, insurance, and transportation all cost more. While Social Security includes annual adjustments, many retirees feel those adjustments have not fully kept pace with real-world expenses. This is especially true for people who have been retired for a long time. Their benefits may have started at a lower level, and even with adjustments, purchasing power can decline. The SAFE Act is one attempt to address that issue. It is not the only proposal, and it is not guaranteed to pass, but it reflects a broader recognition that benefit adequacy is a concern. Before we go further, let me pause for a moment. If you appreciate calm, honest explanations like this, and you want ongoing updates without hype, take a second to subscribe. I'm trying my best to explain these proposals clearly so you can stay informed without feeling overwhelmed. Now let's continue. Let's talk about where the SAFE Act stands right now. As of now, it is a proposal. It has been introduced and discussed, but it has not passed. There is no implementation date, there is no payment schedule, and there is no guarantee that it will become law. Congress introduces many Social Security proposals every year. Some move forward, many do not. That doesn't mean they are meaningless. It means they are part of an ongoing conversation. Understanding that process helps manage expectations. Now let's talk about timing, because this is where a lot of confusion comes from. Even if the SAFE Act were to gain momentum, changes would not happen overnight. Social Security is one of the largest and most complex government programs. Any changes require rulemaking, system updates, and administrative preparation. That takes time, months at a minimum, possibly longer. There is no scenario where checks suddenly increase without warning. If something were moving forward, there would be clear announcements, official guidance, and plenty of notice. Now let's talk about how this proposal fits into the bigger Social Security picture. Social Security faces long-term funding challenges. More people are retiring, people are living longer, and the ratio of workers to beneficiaries is changing. Because of this, lawmakers are trying to balance two goals: keeping the program financially stable and making sure benefits are adequate. The SAFE Act focuses on the adequacy side, but any proposal also has to consider funding. That's why these discussions can take time and involve compromise. Now let's talk about what this means for you right now. The most important thing is not to plan your finances around a proposal. Until something is officially approved, it should be treated as uncertain. If you receive Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, your current benefit is confirmed income. That's what you should plan around. Any proposed increase should be viewed as a possibility, not a promise. It's also okay to feel hopeful without being unrealistic. Hope and caution can exist at the same time. Now, let me say something personal. I know many people feel frustrated when they hear about proposals that take a long time to go anywhere. I hear that frustration. I feel it too. I'm trying my best to explain what's happening honestly, without exaggerating or downplaying it. You deserve clear information. Now let's bring everything together. The SAFE Act is a proposed Social Security bill aimed at strengthening benefits for certain retirees. It could result in about $1,800 more per year for qualifying individuals. That equals roughly $150 per month. It has not been approved. There is no payment timeline, but it reflects a real conversation about benefit adequacy and retirement security. Staying informed without panic is the best approach. This channel exists to help you understand proposals like this clearly, to focus on real numbers, and to separate confirmed updates from speculation. If you want to stay up to date as this proposal and others develop, make sure you're subscribed. And when this video ends, click the video on your screen for the latest Social Security updates and changes you need to know about. I'll see you there.